AITA for disinviting my fiance's best friend from the wedding after he told my fiance to get a paternity test. My fiance, M33, has a best friend who is the brutally honest type and the type that tells it how it is. He himself admitted how he isn't good at keeping his thoughts in my head and losing so much because of it. My fiance says he loves despite his flawed personality, and expects me to let it go whenever he makes backhanded comments about me and my past as a former sex worker. He was the first to be invited to the wedding and my fiancé promised me to make him behave. My fiancé and I found out that we're expecting. We visited my future in-laws' house to make the announcement and Jason was already there. After dinner, my fiancé and I stood up and made the announcement. Everyone rushed to congratulate us except for Jason, who sat still and admittedly kept looking me in the eyes in a straying way. I avoided him, but then he got up, hugged my fiancé, then looked at him and said 3 words: "Man, paternity test pronto." I was completely floored. Everyone was shocked but tried to act normal, probably to defuse the situation. But I walked up to Jason and asked him to repeat what he said. He tried to back off because my face was inches away from his. He was like, "Chill, it was just a joke," but I kept asking him to repeat what he said over and over again. My fiancé got in the middle and told me to take a seat and calm down. I went off on Jason, called him an insensitive asshole and that he was officially uninvited from the wedding after he accused me of being unfaithful. Jason shouted some stuff about how I was being a drama llama, and that he meant no harm, then left in a hurry. My fiancé and his mom agreed with me being upset but said that uninviting him from the wedding was me going too far. My fiancé said that Jason was just joking and I blew up over nothing. We went home and I kind of broke down in the bathroom without letting my fiancé see it because he still thought I was overreacting after I told him how I felt about his friend ruining my joy and humiliating me in front of my in-laws. Am I overreacting and being too emotional here? Edit. Please forgive me for any mistakes because I got a little bit emotional just by recalling the event and typing all this out. I'm emotional like that. Can't help it. Story 2. WIBTA if I pretended I was too busy to meet a friend because I know she's got big news. I got a huge friend crush from work a few years back. She was so fun and outgoing I was immediately drawn to her, and we had some pretty wild times going out and going on adventures. At the time I found it hard to have friends like that because most people were baby tied down or in their own little family hub with partners. One night, I end up bumping into an old high school crush that messed me about a lot and I honestly have some very negative memories about. They hit it off from the moment they set eyes on each other. I didn't hear from her for a year. Then she asked if we could meet up for a coffee and she'd tell me all the things they were doing together and how happy she was. Then she disappeared again for another year. Now she's asking if we can meet up because she has big news, which I know for a fact is going to be pregnancy or marriage. I know it's petty but I just don't want to hear it. I broke up with someone I loved dearly because he didn't want marriage or kids, and dating right now is just a shit sandwich. I think I could be happy for her if she ever took the time to actually see me. But I've had a tough couple of years and she never once bothered with me. I feel like maybe I'm being an asshole here because I'm being petty and I'm letting my own feelings of being alone affect my friendship. Also because I'd be lying about being busy. Story 3. AITA for ordering extra spicy food and embarrassing a date. I'm half Chinese from my mom's side. I recently met a guy on Tinder. When I told him my background, he started talking about how much he loves Chinese food and asked me out to dinner and for me to pick my favorite restaurant. There's a great, authentic Sichuan restaurant in our city, so I suggested that. I warned him that it's quite spicy. I have many American friends that say they love Chinese food, but what they really mean is they love Panda Express. Nothing wrong with that. I love American Chinese food too. I just wanted to make sure. He said it's fine. He's been to that restaurant before and it wasn't even that spicy. Then he made a joke about how he's offended I don't think he can eat spicy food. He has a lot of Asian friends and can handle spice better than some of them. We agreed on a date and went to this restaurant. I ordered my dish in Chinese. I look white from my dad, so if I ever order in English, I always get a pretty mild dish. But if I order in Chinese, they'll always make it spicier. My date told me to order for him too, and that he wanted it very spicy. She asked me in Chinese if he was sure, and I said yes. Make it extra spicy, he can handle it. Food comes out, and it's spicy. A couple of bites in and he starts struggling. I asked how the food is, and he's still putting up a strong front but he's barely eating it anymore. The waitress came over and starts speaking to me in Chinese, asking how the food is. The usual small talk, and then said in English to him too spicy, and laughed a little. I didn't think she was being rude. She's probably used to people ordering food too spicy for them all the time, and I laughed a little too. The second she walks away, he asked what I said to her in Chinese, and tells me I ordered it extra spicy to make fun of him because he ate at this place multiple times, but it was never like this, so I must have said something. I try to explain the whole ordering in English versus Chinese thing, that many Asian restaurants will do white spicy. It happens to me at Thai restaurants all the time unless I'm with a Thai friend. I tried a bite of his and it's the same, so he tried mine and he said how mine is way less spicy. But even after I trade with him, he basically only ate rice for the rest of the dinner. After I got home, he texted me saying how it was rude that I purposely ordered and spoke Chinese to the waitress in front of him, that I wanted to embarrass him on purpose, and that I ruined his meal just so I can laugh at him not being able to handle it. I told some of my friends so we can laugh about this ridiculous date, but they think I should have known better that he wasn't going to be able to eat that food because he probably always got white spicy and was just being cocky, trying to impress me or something, so I shouldn't have told the restaurant to make it extra spicy just to prove that he can't actually handle it.